ahead of you.
Yeah.
There might be cliffs, you're not sure, right? What's the safest speed? Like, is it safe to do a continuous move? And the thought I was having on that, my thought was, you should reach a steady state in layback for a given ship speed, right? So if you're stationary and you've been stationary, you have a certain amount of layback just by the currents between you and the ship.
Right, which isn't going to change.
Isn't going to change. And then as you move, say at 0.2 knots at a continuous rate, you should reach some steady state
Layback.
Layback.
Yeah.
So then you know if the ship stops, how much
farther you're going to go.
You're going to go.
Yeah, and you want to have that less than your sonar range or something. Yeah.
So the question is figuring that out and having an idea of what that would be at different depths.
Yeah, no, that's the right approach.
Yeah.
Yeah, some things you could just hop over, but
100-meter cliff, you're not going to hop over.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Actually, if you know that the 100-meter cliff is a problem, you can go up pretty fast relative to the horizontal speeds we're talking about, right? I mean, a knot. So if you see a 100-meter cliff 50 meters away, and you're moving 0.2 of a knot, I think you're okay. But
because you can come up at.
But you're not going to know. But you're not going to know it's a 100-meter cliff.
Yeah, you're just going to see a cliff.
You're just going to see something. Oh, there's something. Well, should we worry about it? Well, let's see what it looks like in a few minutes.
And the other unknown, or maybe it's a known, is with Sirius. Given your altitude off the bottom, what's your range in sonar?
Right.
Yeah. So, like, I might set it to 80, but being 15 meters off the bottom, I might only be able to see.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. We'd love to do a nav GUI.
You should be all automated.
Yeah.
One of the things I was really impressed when I was first doing this kind of work was a navigator at Hui named Tom Crook, who could, he just in his mind, he could take you past the point you wanted to get to bring the ship. He would bring the ship past the point he wanted to get to, and then bring it back, and just sort of whip the towfish in right where he wanted it. It was. It was pretty cool.
Advanced nav.
Graduate degree in nav. Yeah, and of course he was somebody who, I don't think he did any college.
He felt the nav. He was one with the nav.
Yeah.
Or
it's not an unprecedented thing to do. The Argus had side scan on it sometimes.
The DVL would be nice.
Have you seen the made by a company called Octopus 3D Echo? It's real-time 3D sonar.
Okay.
Like,
For something like
like a multi-beam? It's got to be a multi-beam.
Yeah.
But
But it,
producers size this box. They put them on ROV.
yeah.
For the guys who put in the concrete
Pylons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pylons that might be big.
Barriers. Oh, yeah.
Could start down, or we could wait till our relief is here. We're showing very high altitudes.
ROV nav bridge, move complete. ROV nav bridge, move complete.
Thank you, Bridge. So the move is complete. I think we could start down, given the altitude we're seeing and the lack of sonar returns.
What's so we have another 5 minutes to swing, right?
Yeah, at
Okay.
least it's something like that. We're still.
Yeah, we can come. We're at 80 meters, so we
Yeah,
can
yeah,
come
we're still
down.
30. Yeah, I'm not sure we want to come all the way down, but we're still
No.
40 meters from where I was trying to put Sirius.
Okay, let's come down. Like, what do you think, Chris? To like 40?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
All right.
I think I'm. I don't know.
I'll go down and you just follow.
Sounds good. Let's see what my altitude lag says. You're in deeper water.
I'm gonna push out a little bit
Yeah, copy.
so get that tether out of your face.
The tethers.
We got the current coming from behind us.
Yeah, it's,
So,
well, sort of now.
right?
Not really now.
That's why an ADCP would be kind of nice on Sirius. Like something you could swap between DVL and ADCP.
Mm-hmm.
Get a sense of what the currents are
Sure.
and the speed of Sirius moving
And the altitude.
and the altitude. You'd be able to tell, all right, have we started to move
Right,
yet or haven't
right,
we?
right.
You know?
And with a good nav system, you could also damp out a lot of the USBL oscillation. You could
Average it.
average it. And
Yeah, we're just coming down. We're on our way down to 40 meters. 40 meters altitude. We've been doing the water. Then Sirius should be probably got another 2 meters. Doing 43.
Why are you guys in the configuration right now? What happened?
Nothing. We're just moving to cover ground faster. Nothing happened. We're just
Just trying to cover
We're just
some
doing a blue water move.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna swap out here, Chris. It's because it's downhill.
Yeah, I see that. Yep. Gotcha. Donkey.
Oh, so nice.
Hey,
Hey, man.
well, Jeff,
why don't you come back towards me and then head down? Because right now you're so far out. If I come down, I'm just coming down on top of the tether. See what I mean?
Yep. Ship still moving?
the ship's been stopped for 5 or 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So let me know when you're
So
in
Sirius,
camera angle.
Sirius should be coming to a stop.
Copy.
50, is that close?
Yeah.
Enough?
Yeah, I think that's good. Let's just,
Alright.
I'll try to keep this same slant range here.
Headed down. I'll come down with you.
transect.
I guess so.
Yeah. Then we're gonna go up another hill.
So exciting.
Now's a good time to get some of that off you. Unless you just want to leave it. What did we say, 40? That's kind of arbitrary, but follow your lead.
Yeah, here's 40. I don't see anything on my sonar. You want to ease off here?
Sure.
Why did we? What did we choose?
What's that?
Why did we choose 40? Why don't we just go to the bottom?
All right, guys.
I am not
Should be
sure about
stopped.
that. I was wondering that.
Okay. Well, I'd say we go to the bottom.
Should be
Yeah.
stopped, and Sirius should be stopped as well.
All right.
Thanks.
Let's keep going then. I wanted to confer with you first
Yeah.
on the reasoning, but it seems
I don't know.
okay.
Would you like your sonar's range extended for now while we're going down? No. Okay.
We're all right.
Nav's coming in hot.
Yeah, no kidding. It's good to be on top of it.
You can move us over though, so we can see that hill we're about to climb. Perfect. You're already there. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
we do kind of want to be a little cautious, even though I guess not really here because we've been here, but you saw the spire, so
I did see
things are
something of the
protruding.
spider. I didn't see you guys approach or manage it. I saw it maybe after now.
We saw it in sonar for sure. That's what led us there, so.
Gotcha. Okay.
Still got nothing, so we're good.
Altitude 15. Coming down.
I'll hold at 20 or something like that.
20 sounds good. I see bottom.
I think we've got our watch lead back, yeah.
Bottom in sight.
Copy bottom.
Sonar's got it off to the north as the high.
Dead north?
Circling around to sea.
Yeah, I've got that too.
Due north is the current local high. Looks just about due north.
Except I don't think we're searching for local high. I think we're searching for this peak.
Okay, so we're
We
gonna
can
head.
confirm, but
We're gonna head west, anyways, and try to find.
right.
Okay.
See what I mean?
Yep. So I'll stretch towards the west, and we might have to get a ship moved too.
Yeah, I'm good with that. I'm good with the ship move if you guys are.
So 270 degrees.
Yeah, I think, or maybe 260.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever's Nav's comfortable with, or whatever co-pilot's comfortable with. I see
Yeah.
a fish though. I'm gonna take a peek.
Yeah, go for it. I'll come down a little. Yeah, I think 260 now.
Okay, it looks like they've been jumping between 0.2 knots and 0.3. What do you guys feel comfortable
Well,
with?
you want to check out this fish?
0.3 was for the water column.
Okay, so 0.2 then.
0.2, yeah.
Want to check out the fish?
I
About
do.
40 meters then.
Cool.
You ready to zoom?
Yep.
Thought you'd want to get closer.
Where would 40 put us?
Put us.
Take it here. I've stretched out a little on my tether. We saw one of these a little bit
How far to
earlier.
the top? It's a better question.
This guy is a very good specimen.
Well, the entire thing
He is very
is.
far
So this
away.
is a
220.
Koskiel or Othodiad.
Yeah.
I don't know if Bruce knows any further
Bridge
what it
nav.
is, but I must say
Once I
I think
get a
these are
little tether,
actually
we can-
getting
Here's the
less
bridge, go ahead.
pretty
Hey, can we go ahead and
spot.
put in a ship move of 40 meters at heading bearing 260 at 0.2 knots, please?
Maximum zoom.
40 meters, 260 degrees, 0.2
A
knots.
little closer.
There you go. Cook.
Good copy.
Coming up.
Yo.
On the snout. So this is a Cuskeel. I'm guessing this might be in the genus Acanthonus.
Just
And
sneaking in
that's
on it here.
a fish that was all over the
We
internet.
gotten
a
close
little
to one of
while
these yet?
back
You
when
know
we
if
caught
they
one off,
react?
British Columbia.
I don't
If can
think so,
say
but
this,
not until you get within
tread lightly.
6 feet.
Got a little room left.
That's nice.
But those spines very tiny and very different.
I'm just going to
from the
keep
other
tilting up so
Cuskeels
it's
that we
more
see
horizontal to the camera. It'll
Nav
just
bridge,
really
move
go.
initiated.
Come down a little. Get your
heat
heave out.
online.
Or avoid that at least.
There we go. How's that for lighting? You need a little closer?
Nav
That's
bridge, move initiated.
Thank you, Bridge.
I get the finally get the gain turned off. That is still maximum zoom though.
Okay.
Who is?
Should still try to get a little closer. Scooting in. Dropping. I'm getting close to the bottom here, so I'm gonna hold off at this level. Oops.
Yeah, I think that guess may be right. This could be Acanthonus armatus. The genus name, Acanth, means spine in reference to these spines on the head.
Pulling full away.
And the second part of that,
He's quick.
O-N-U-S,
Wouldn't
is
assume
the name
the way he was
of
doing
another
stuff
fish.
before.
Yeah. So I'm on
in the
heading.
Atlantic Ocean.
You
It's
just
known
do your
as the
thing.
Codfish.
Okay.
That's, I think, Latin or Greek. So I think
I'm on
Latin.
heading. I'm going to try to
for,
keep
donkey.
the bottom here
so
and
people will
do
take it
until I
out.
can't anymore, and then I'll jump over.
Got a little worm there.
Around. Armatus means
Oh, yeah.
arm. Of the species name, Armatus means arm. To the spine.
Yes. Maybe I'll track down this if you want to come down with me.
Sure.
How is your altitude?
I'm okay.
Okay. let me know.
Those ripples look like hard current. Be able to detect it yet?
Which ripples?
The ripples in the way the surface is.
Must have been hard current when it was flowing or something.
Yeah.
It's not too much current at the moment. Oh, those
Not
aren't.
the-
I don't think those are sediment ripples. I think that's the texture from
Another
the
fish at
flow.
the bottom, if it's not the same.
I think it's the same guy. That's the direction he swam off in.
I'm hearing dead air. Maybe I overstepped the bounds of big for talking on the teleconference call for Okeanos.
What did you just say, Bruce?
Okay, I was talking about the fish earlier, and then I didn't hear anything. I don't think
Say
the
again, sorry.
teleconference has been working.
I said you do, just for my own clarification.
That was. We still weren't able to understand the last
SOP,
bit of what you
pull
just
out
said.
wide when they zip off like that.
We heard
is
that you were
perfectly
talking about the
acceptable.
fish, and then we didn't
Yeah.
hear any more
wanted to
again.
hear it
Would you
from
mind
you guys.
repeating it one last time,
I'm
or
not
type
too-
it into the event
I'm
log?
not too picky. I'll let you know
I'll go
if I
to the
need it
event
wide
log.
and you're
That
not
seems
wide,
to
or
be
you seem
better.
to.
Okay,
not
thanks,
seem to,
Bruce.
but
Yep.
Otherwise,
Some white.
Bruce, I'll just mention, I find your
material,
discussion
lower
of fish
corner
quite interesting,
left.
so please
On the
continue
bottom?
to do it.
Yeah, on the lower left corner.
let's see how much room I have on my tether. Right here, center bottom now, or off farther?
Further off.
Yeah, I got a little bit before I can reach that. But we can keep it in sight and go check it out once we get it.
Fish are the best. They're the most fun to chase, that's for sure.
I prefer the chase of the coral.
So stay still.
Nice pull in, sit down.
It does look local high to the right. Oh, there
Something's
you go.
popping up over there.
Yeah, you're picking up something.
Yep.
Perfect.
Do a snap from here if you like.
Now, maybe drop a target where we came back down to the bottom. Just say like reacquire bottom or something. Yeah, just right there. Just for posterity's sake.
Little starfish on the left, very small.
Yeah, the current here has got to be almost 0.
You got a C in that word there. Minor misspell.
Sorry.
I think that shows in that. Can you rotate a little bit left? There's a little starfish.
Again.
Oh, that guy?
Intermixed with this sort of tan and white sediment as well.
Yeah, you can start in.
Like an ophiroid, maybe?
Ophiroid. Baby ophiroid.
Yep, I totally agree.
And I'll turn it over to science at this point.
Oh, sorry. I thought I was touching the bottom, so I pushed down to stick my toe, and I was not touching the bottom. You can come wide for me. Thanks.
And maybe more of this manganese coating.
We're going to push to
dark
the...
material that looks to be aligned with the slope of
I see. So we're looking for
dome
Brian.
itself. Is this the
Brian
second dome?
Kennedy.
Are we now on close to the crater wall?
Yes.
No, we're not actually. We're in that saddle again. So we're basically where we landed.
Yeah, but we're going to
And
head
then
up.
we're going to head up to the second dome.
Yeah.
The next dome is 20 meters away.
So this
How long do we have left
yeah,
in the
this
ship?
is basically where we were before.
Got,
So
we
are
have
on the back side of Dome 1 or on the front
actually
side of
almost
Dome
there.
2?
We
We're about
are
9 meters
right between
from
the
it.
two of the domes, and we are about to head roughly
30
west,
seconds.
going up the slope to the
Having trouble hearing
western dome.
Yeah, I
Let me
can't
try.
hear you
And
guys.
Let me turn this down.
if you look at your third stream, I think that there's
Go
a
ahead,
quad
sorry, now.
stream
I
that
was saying
should
about 30
have
seconds.
IPAC on it, which
We're
is
near
the
to it.
bathymetry
Okay,
and
so
the
let's
ship
pop in
position.
another
Okay.
15 or 20 meter move so we can get to this,
Copy.
acquire the local
Bridge
high
now.
there.
Sorry, pilot. No,
This is the bridge. Go ahead.
Can we get a 20 meter move at
No
260 at 0.2 knots, please?
0.2. That's 20 meters, 260 degrees, 0.2 knots.
Good copy.
Coming up.
Yes, I see it. Deb, do people understand what resurgent domes are?
Why don't you tell us? Thanks for offering.
This is an interesting shape here. Sorry for the
some
second
calderas. So calderas
blue water.
form
We're just trying to scan
when
with the
there's
sonar
a
and see what we've
collapse,
got coming.
maybe because magma
But we
is
can take a
withdrawn.
quick look at this guy.
And most of the ones in Sinanagu are quite large. The one in Sinanagu A is very small, and you could argue that it's actually just
Yeah,
a
with
big
that
crater.
white structure at the bottom.
But,
Nav bridge, move
it
initiated.
does have these
We're on the
later
same
pulses
bridge.
of magma that came in after the caldera collapsed. So the sequence is the volcano builds up, then it collapses to make a caldera, and
Okay. Come on in.
then these resurgent domes come in. And the first
Tilt down.
resurgent dome, which I would call dome
All right.
one, we found that spectacular construction. This next one coming to is a second resurgent dome.
Yeah,
We don't
this
know the
little
age
critter.
of the age. Thing that's
What are you looking
interesting is that in
I
none
think
of the
a
other
sponge.
calderas do we see
Alright.
a good resurgent dome. Only in Sinanagu A. Another one of the lines of argument that it's the youngest. I think, the more we
Couple
see,
seconds here, and the
more
next mound will
convincing
be
it
in
is
reach.
that
Another
Sinanagu
jump over.
A is the youngest of the volcanoes.
Thanks, Bob. All right, Diva, what are we looking
So
at?
what we have on screen, I think, is another. We saw one of these yesterday's, and I had all of the biologists completely stumped. But here, you can see that there's some fibers underneath it that make me think that this is a sponge, just a quite dirty one.
Video's clear.
All right.
And Chris Kelly agrees with me.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, I'm
It's
looking
the
down
fibers-
60 at you.
Perfect.
It's the
That's what
fibers
hoping
that I was
for.
looking at
So you
too.
can make
that
one big jump out to
suggest
the mound here.
the sponge.
So I'll
But
push towards the west.
boy,
Sorry for
I
a
would
bit more
agree
blue
it's
water, but
so what we were looking at
necessary evil of the
yesterday, and I think it's just as
dropping
mysterious.
down and climbing back up.
Just so our shipboard, our shore-based scientists know, we're having some problems with our comms right now, so it's dropping out a lot for us. So although we welcome and appreciate you speaking, if you want to definitely tell us what's going on, please also put it in the event log.
Keep a keen eye on your altitude, but as you have it, if you want to come down a little.
So this ship move should put us right on the edge of there.
Perfect. That's my hope. So, these are obviously some interesting features, huh? Have we seen what these are? Is this rocks? Why don't you come in partial? And we can get an idea what this is.
So geologists, why do we think that, we see what look like ripple marks throughout this volcaniclastic landscape? Anyone want to take a swing?
All right, continuing on, I suppose.
Well, these are probably bottom currents. It doesn't seem like there's much current now. Does anybody know how much current there is right now?
I'd say, can you hear me all right?
Yep.
I'd say right now we have almost nil.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if you heard the pilots, but basically we heard there's almost no current at this moment.
But certainly currents subsea are tidal and could change.
So that's
all the
interesting
time.
that there would be ripples, because how could there be
Did you
ripples
want
if
us-
there's no current? I mean, this is inside a deep caldera. I don't see how there'd be any currents, but I don't know how else to explain the ripples.
Okay.
Do we?
Nav, this is bridge. Move complete.
Pilots left
Thank you, Bridge.
Water
I see
circulation?
it.
round disc.
Yeah, I see that. I'm coming in on it right now.
Here we go.
Well, if we can find any evidence of hydrothermal venting, then this entire caldera can be put in the monument. The question is, if we can't find it, somebody could come in here Nautilus could come in here and mine it. We probably wouldn't do it because it's so deep, but it would be really
Little
nice
more?
to get it into the
Yep.
monument.
If I can, I think this one may be one of those things where a sit-down,
Thanks, Bob.
sharp view would be appreciated.
Just
What
waiting
is
for,
that? Is that another
for the
tunicate?
tether to
Maybe.
get a little closer as I come down slow.
You want me to come down a little bit more?
Can
If
we
we got
zoom
it,
in
yeah.
a little more?
Yeah, of course. Yep.
It
we're
just closed.
We're getting a little closer. Starting to close. As
Ooh,
we
it's
go.
moving.
Yeah, it's a valve of sorts.
It's moving.
That's the sponge that we were looking at before. This is.
You think this is a spun? Oh, it's the
That's
same
some
one?
type of
Ooh.
strange bivalve?
Yeah. Is
That's
that,
the same thing?
That's
I
the
can't-
same exact thing we were just looking at, Jeff?
I'm gonna come around this side and see if we see the little tentacles again.
I don't.
We're gonna
Or is
see.
this a different individual to what we were just looking at?
It's a different individual, but I'm wondering if it's the same different individual.
It looks like the same type.
See the little
creature.
feet?
Oh, yeah, you
To
can
the
see
left?
the fibers coming
Oh,
off
the fibers
on
to the left. Hold there. Roland,
Oh, that's
just so I
weird.
get settled in.
I'm not going to say bivalve, Chris. I'm going to say tunicate, so... Well, I didn't say tunicate before. I
Alright.
said sponge before.
Let's settle
I'm
down.
going to say
here.
tunicate now.
Coming in a little
Is
closer.
this a collection possibility? It's so unusual.
I'm going to 100% second that. Pilots, what do you think? This
can
is
try.
likely gelatinous or
Is the ship moving?
soft-ish.
Ship is
Negative.
moving. Oh, ship just finished.
Negative.
Right.
Negative for sampling? Negative
No,
for
negative.
sampling?
No,
Okay.
negative. The ship is no longer.
Oh,
we were asking Nav. We can try to grab it.
No, you may not sample this.
Ready for
I was
max.
like,
zoom.
okay.
Yep. Go ahead.
All right, I'm
That
already
is
looking
max.
down 66 at you, and you're at the bottom. So
Okay.
You shouldn't have too much
so
more move in you.
weird.
Okay.
okay.
He's gonna swing much. We should step back 10 meters.
So don't bivalves have those filamentous attachments
You're gonna
such as...
attempt to grab it.
Called
You're gonna have to try
byssus?
to grab on that
Yeah,
lower
so they
left
have
side.
byssus, but I don't.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know what the plural of byssus is. Byssuses. Anyway, but they. I mean, I don't think. I really don't think this is a bivalve. I'm still leaning towards tunicate.
I just think it's so interesting that it changed its body shape so drastically.
So Tim Shank is from Hui is kind of summarizing this whole thing. It has the morphology of a tunicate,
Do you
so the
wanna
body
look at
shape of
any
a
other
tunicate, but then it has
angle of it
these
before we
sponge-like
do any more?
fibers coming off the left. So pilots, do you think you'd be able to collect this?
We can give it a try without knowing much about it.
I think we should. Oh, do we think it's a brachiopod?
Video is clear with this.
Okay.
How are the lasers on?
Not
pilots?
yet.
Can you put them
or they
on
might
for me,
be on.
please?
They're just not pointing at it. Come on, come so we can see the lasers, maybe. Lasers were off, so now they're on. There we go.
Okay, so this is about 10, just about 10 cent, no, a little less than, about 8 centimeters, 7 centimeters long.
5 maybe.
Okay.
Do we want it?
I think so.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Want to come wide video?
So, scientists show we're going to try to collect this.
So, do brachiopods have shells?
Yes.
So, if this were to be a brachiopod, where are its shells? Sorry, this is the land of the not bright geology questions for biologists.
How long has the ship been stopped?
I don't know.
7 minutes, 8 minutes.
Like,
Okay.
would they be?
Because I still feel like I'm moving a little bit.
Okay.
But
Remember we saw it close?
He's looking back at me. You can bring him back 10 meters if you'd like. If you think it's a good idea.
Okay.
And you think you're still moving?
yeah, I'm definitely still moving a little
Definitely
bit.
drop him back 10 meters then. 10 or 15 even. Because he's looking at me backwards right now. I don't want that.
Bridge nav.
Want to spin us up on hydraulics?
Go ahead, Nav.
We go ahead and put a ship move of 10 meters at 80 degrees at 0.2 knots, please.
Hydraulics are up.
Thanks.
Ship move range 10
So
meters,
our,
bearing
ship-based
80 degrees,
science
speed
biologist,
0
Eva,
decimal 2.
is
Good copy.
looking at a replay of the video, and I believe she thinks it might be a tunicate.
Nav,
You wanna
bridge
weigh in
moon
on
initiated.
that?
Yeah, so I'm going to say 90% sure there's a tunicate.
Oh, that's very high.
Yeah.
Come in partial on Mini Zeus, please.
But like what Chris has just said in the log, Chris Kelly, he said we're very interested to see how this reacts when we try to pick it up.
Oh, do tunicates,
Okay.
are they sessile? Or
They are sessile, so
Okay.
it shouldn't run away,
So it can't
but
escape.
it might try and close more.
Yeah,
I don't
so
know.
I'll just
We'll see.
Try to get my fingers in the sediment, get under them, pick them right up.
And as a heads up, we have a biospecimen in the port inner.
Port inner. Okay, we'll put it in
the
the starboard box then.
All right.
We have a
I
rock
thought it was
specimen.
port outer.
We also have a rock
Port
specimen
I thought it was port
Yeah.
outer where we put the rock.
in port rock box.
Oh,
This says port inner, I'm not sure.
okay.
We may have gotten
I guess
it wrong.
when we open it, we'll
find
see.
out.
We'll go with the
But
starboard box.
Okay.
I thought it was port rock. I mean,
All right,
yeah,
pilot,
port
I'm
rock
at
and port
the extent
outer.
of my
Yeah,
camera.
you told me outer.
So
But
I
I
either
definitely
got
watched
to
the
turn
video.
around or
Did you
my
drop
other
the
side
Replay
of
of it,
you.
and it was
I did.
outer.
Okay, you'll be all right.
Okay.
You'll come back a little bit towards us, hopefully soon.
Sounds good.
What's your delta? 17?
It's like 17, 18.
Okay.
You want me to come up a little bit more? Or?
No, you're good. Yeah, if you come up too much, then there's a possibility that you'll
I'll pull you off.
pull me off.
Yep.
I don't want that. So, I'm gonna check my grip force is at 2. Let's make it a 1. Top this guy.
Nav, bridge move complete.
Thank you, Bridge.
Okay, I have an idea what caused the current.
Go ahead, Bob.
So every once in a while in a volcano like this, something's going to collapse. There's going to be a landslide on the walls, or one of these big towers will fall over, and that will set up a disturbance.
So I'm going to try to
So there's
nestle
no
my fingers
bottom
in the
current
sand
in the
underneath
sense
here.
of the global ocean,
See how that
but there are
goes.
local currents
You have
caused
to
by
cushion them in sand.
landslides.
Can we come in
That's
partial
my-
on
that's my,
Zeus Plus, please?
contribution.
Thanks, Bob. That's actually really helpful. And it makes a lot of sense.
Thank you.
So,
Hold there.
For those of you who are just tuning in, we are having about 2 conversations going on at once. We're in the midst of sampling what may or may not actually be a tuna pit.
Don't squeeze it too hard.
We'll try our best.
And then we've also been talking about the ripple marks that appear to be on the sediment around here and what might have formed them. Ooh, look at this delicate operation.
I'd like to hear if there's any other suggestions for what would cause a ripple in this area that's particular from the rest of the Mariana South, which is anyway a region of low currents.
Well, you
This
got
is
your
an
claw
excellent
locked out. I
operation
can
so
zoom
far.
max.
FYI, Jeff.
What's that?
This is an
While you got your
excellent
claw
operation
locked
so
out,
far.
I can
I'm
zoom
very
max to the
impressed.
current view.
Thank you.
If that works.
No, let's just, if you don't mind, let's just get it in the box.
No.
If you want to come, or you can go in on this. I just don't want something to go awry.
That's what I meant, because like before we move it, we just see.
See what we can see from here.
Okay, now I think that's good. So whatever camera angles you want to stow it.
Let's come wide on the Zeus, please. And we're going to put it in the port inner, so if you're comfortable, I would like to put my starboard inner, sorry. So I'd like to put my starboard rock box on this view, please.
Do you want HD2 or
my starboard?
You want
my
mini Zeus or?
Sorry, I'm misspeaking.
Oh.
My starboard manip.
Starboard
get it from here.
Yep. Just got me. Okay, thanks. I'm sorry for my inability to communicate. I'm going to bring this up nice and slow.
You know, Deb, I hear conversations repeated. And I think what's going on is the bounce from the satellite back and forth happens at some kind of a delay.
Stay, don't roll too far.
He's still alive.
We'll give it
Bob,
another
it might be more likely
try not
that
to
you're
grab
hearing one
him too
version of it on
much.
the telecon and one version of it on your computer. That
Don't wanna
seems
give
to
him a
be an issue when
squeeze.
we get the repeats like that.
This arm is just so hard to make not bounce like that. Just trying
Oh,
to,
okay, I'm going to test that by turning off my computer, because if I turn off the Skype, I can't talk to you.
Exactly.
So, Bob, if you have the video open in a browser, you should be able to mute the volume there. It might be a replay of the
can you
audio.
come in partial again?
The video feed you're seeing.
I just did that.
Okay. We're going to give him the most delicate of a squeeze this time. Try to do it with just cupping it.
Now I don't hear anything.
It could be, Bob, because no one's talking.
Can you hear me now?
So, Bob,
Anybody else talking?
once you come back on, Bob, what you need to do is to turn down the volume on your VLC player and not your total computer volume, but just the volume on your VLC player.
Okay, so that's just a delicate squeeze. So hopefully that will hold up.
What is an ELP player?
The screen that you're using, your web browser, you'll need to turn your web browser, like if you're watching...
Come out full on the mini, on the HD,
if you're
please.
watching on the YouTube feed, you'll need to turn that
Okay,
volume
I
down.
have to put my headphones on. I can't really hear you.
Well, we can grab it. I was trying to cup it, but we'll just have to grab it. Seems like even the smallest of moves knocks him loose. Interesting dexterity here.
Could we zoom on it now that the backside shows?
So we accidentally dropped our biosample, but we're going to try to see if we can pick it back up.
for the third
and,
time. We keep
get
picking
it
it up.
into
It's just a
the
matter of
firebox.
moving the arm without wiggling them loose, because I don't want to squeeze them too hard. You guys seem like you don't want them squeezed, so
Yeah,
come on in.
You'll have
the
to
ROVs are in a
rotate the
tough
vehicle to
situation. The
get
ROV
what
pilots
they
are in a
want
tough
to see.
situation where we've asked them not to squash the biosample by squeezing it too hard, but it's very hard
That's
to
what
pick
we got.
these kinds
I don't
of
want to
samples.
dust it up too much more
Yeah.
than it is. Sorry.
You might try to just get it in the area right near the cutters.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I'm going to try to get it between two fingers and give it a little tiny, tiny squeeze without squishing. Squeeze, but not squish. All right. You can leave the view right there. You can see the shadow of the jaws.
You can also reposition HD2.
What's that?
Co-pilot can also reposition HD2 to give a better view.
This is what I want.
It's being streamed as well.
Okay. Well then, the pilot may do that if he feels. Okay. Between two fingers, here we go. Alright, I should reposition centered up so I can get a better view. There. All right, science, we're going to give it a little squeeze this time without squishing.
Okay.
His balancing
Go for it.
is it's just so small it falls through the holes in the hand.
He has a really great escape mechanism, clearly. You can definitely see fiber.
That fibrous end of it seems to be heavier.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. So get them like this.
Yeah, I think you'll have a better chance that way.
Good suggestion. Seems to be holding. All right, can come out on Zeus, please. Just a touch.
That's full wide.
Thanks.
Oh.
Man, I
Thought you
tell
had
you,
him that
he's
time.
I
so
think we need
small.
one more try.
All right, one more try. I'm going to scoot back a
Do you
little.
think he might have been covered in sediment already because another ROV pilot came and tried to pick him up before?
I think he just,
very well could have been.
trying to prevent this from happening. So camouflage as best as he could.
You have the ability to cradle the inner fingers under and lay the wrist sideways.
Okay, yeah, excavate them out like that. I'll try it. See what I can do. It's a good suggestion. Let's see. I know what you're trying to. What you're getting at. Give it a try. Just get well planted here. Give me a second. Excavate under with the fingers. Aye. I was having trouble scooping under him with the fingers before, but we'll give this here.
We understand if you want to squeeze it a little harder this time.
I don't really want to, but if it becomes necessary, I can just grab him. We can get this sample. I just don't want to kill it on the way. That was a little hard. We'll go a little softer
Maybe
than that.
after he's done sampling, you should tell Jeff that.
What?
You're getting more compliments from the shore-based science team that you have respect for the organisms, and that's why you're such a good pilot.
Certainly don't want to squish him too hard.
Would you like a zoom?
Let's not change the camera. I'm almost there. Don't want to lose track. Thanks, though. I'm going to give him a little squeeze. Make sure he's in there this time.
Might be able to extend.
Okay.
You want to try it?
Your drawer, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping so.
Portal contact before anything else. We're going starboard with this. Or it doesn't matter, we could go port inner.
We're going starboard, I think.
Copy.
Looks like you need to squeeze a little more.
Oh boy. All
He's
right.
got it.
You want a little
Sitting
more
between your fingers. This is rolling. I'm gonna log off.
Okay.
You want to extend?
I'm going to tilt up here. This is...
What is Many Zeus doing?
This is interesting.
Yeah, you're stable here, so let's get a good configuration here for collection. How about that?
Good configuration, how?
Like the box. Make sure it...
We're going to go... Yeah, we're going to go in the starboard box, if that's okay.
Starboard box, okay.
Yeah.
And are you going to...
Actually, you know what? You're right. Port, you're right. The way my fingers are,
Yeah.
it's going to be easy just to drop it.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Okay.
port inner. I'll extend slowly. See if we can get it.
Yep.
See if we can get it open.
Okay.
How's that?
Yep. All I did was index in. It was like an ejection. I'm gonna give him a squeeze.
Oh, why don't I just extend it now then?
Okay, you can.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. We're gonna squeeze him. Just a little.
Okay, I think this needs to be our last attempt
Okay.
at grabbing
Yeah,
it.
we're gonna give
No
him.
pressure, no pressure.
Yeah.
All right.
Just,
Just
the whole world watching you right now.
Just the lightest of squeeze.
All the scientists on shore.
You know,
waiting with bated breath.
the geologists are fine if you squeeze it a lot, actually.
I don't
so
think
it's
I
okay.
can extend anymore.
Copy that. It's fine. Sorry, guy. He's in there, I promise.
It's now
Well,
pancake shape.
you can still like get tissue sample or other things from it, right?
It doesn't look destroyed.
Yeah, I don't
Doesn't
think
look
so.
mangled. He's just cracked.
You guys back there.
I don't need to hear it. We got you your sample. Well, we're gonna get you your sample.
There we go.
Thanks.
Yes.
Just taking it easy, sorry.
Oops, did I do this
Okay.
wrong? I thought video.
There you go. Nice. That's not even flattened.
He looks good. He
Yeah.
looks like a creature that started that way.
A happy gelatinous thing.
Is
Coming
it in the box?
He's in the box.
Woo!
He lives
Well
in the box,
done,
and
Jack.
he looks like he did when
Only
he
like
started.
6 tries later.
Well, I was trying to be delicate. Turns out he's not that squishy, so you can squeeze him
You'll be
pretty
the first person that gets to see it when it comes up on deck.
good. We'll see.
Yeah.
All right, let me get out of the chair.
Okay, you're closed. Oh, you're switching. Let's retract.
I like that Chris wrote in our event log, collected blob, specimen 02 bio.
Yeah, we have no idea what this is. We're hopeful it's one of the missing links. Who knows?
Hydraulics are off for you. I don't think
I'm
you
very
got a background, but I came around to look at you.
What's our heading?
All right, so pilots, I think we are interested in actually
don't know.
moving up the slope eventually.
Can we come full wide on minis?
Oh, yeah, sorry,
Pulling
west
both
of the
cameras
slope.
full wide.
Perfect, thank you.
When it works for you guys.
We're ready to. We can move.
Go for a ship move.
Where? West?
We're going to go 270 or close to it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good with it if you are.
Like maybe 40 meters.
That sounds good. I'm looking back at you a little bit, but you're fine.
Yep. I'm just centering up on 270 and pushing out.
And
I'll come up as you do.
I might make it 275.
275. Bye.
2.2. Bridge, Nav.
Go ahead, Nav.
We'd like to do a move, please. 40 meters, bearing 275 degrees, 0.2 knots.
I repeat, ship move range 40 meters, bearing 275, speed 0.2.
Perfect, thank you.
I'm going to push out just so we know what's ahead of us.
Copy. Yeah, it looks like it's increasing pretty quickly.
Oh, the flares are gone. Must have been. Well, the one on the left is still there. Yeah, they're still there. Just they get. They're a reflection off the solar.
Nav, bridge move initiated.
You're rotated.
Thank you.
Slightly too, I think. Might have been in craft orientation though.
No, you can still see they're there. It's just we're
It's
getting a lot
interesting
more
that it's getting more
backscatter
rocky as we're,
on the,
as we're heading uphill. We're kind of moving out of the. Do you not agree?
Well, no, I think I was actually just thinking. I think it looks pretty similar to what we saw when we were just starting to transit up the other slope.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You know,
but
so it's definitely a few more pieces of either tailless or I don't think these
we're
are
seeing
intact.
a very similar transition.
Yes, exactly.
as
It
the
looks
other,
very similar to the other slope. These volcanic plastics. What's that white thing in the middle? Do you want to look at it?
Yeah, I'm coming up to it.
Sure. Thanks, pilots.
Almost
Come
at
on
the
in,
end of
video.
your tether there.
Oh, it's another one of those valves. I spooked it.
I agree. This looks
Ooh,
sort of
can we
like the
zoom?
beginning
Yep.
of the
Partial.
journey upslope on the last dome.
Exactly.
Now it seems a lot
Yeah.
more obvious that these are maybe manganese crusts or something that we're seeing.
Okay.
And Mary
Maybe
Jo,
not so much
Thank you,
volcanic
pilots.
rocks.
yeah, I agree. And honestly, I mean, Mary Jo, we're we're pretty close to our landing spot, so it's not surprising we're seeing things that look similar. What is that?
It was open. Looks
So
like a
this is a
bivalve.
bivalve, and this is why I initially might have thought that one on the sediment could have been a bivalve also, because it's closed up.
Roland, are you hearing me? Sorry, can you, the shoreside scientists want the nav screen up on the quad, please? So yeah, I mean, you can clearly see here that this is half of a bivalve shell. You can see the hinge, one side of it is slightly broken, the right side. But it looks like kind of like a shell that, you know, that you would see on the seaside.
It was open. It closed.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it closed as I approached.
There's also a very small one right next to it.
So okay, maybe we're going to have to revise.
That around here as well.
Maybe we're going to have to revise our previous guess of what the last animal was. It's interesting whether they're the same thing or not. Bivalve, tunicate, who knows? But this one definitely looks more bivalve. Thank you, Josh.
You're welcome.
All right, so are we ready to take a trip up the slope?
For wide?
Come on out, video. Yeah, we're just waiting on the ship.
The ship's about halfway through its move. I don't
So
know
both
if Sirius
Amy
has
and
started moving
Les
yet.
have said
There's a
that it looks
crinoid
just like a
left.
scallop.
I thought it looked like a
I think
scallop.
just barely.
Are scallops common in, in this depth range?
I'm not sure. I mean, it might not be exactly like the scallops we get. But similarly related, I guess.
Coral.
Oh, and here's a beautiful sea pen. So this is an umbellula.
Umbellula?
Umbellula.
That's
yeah.
nice.
And it's such a nice name, huh?
It is.
If we can sit
so
down
these
and look
are
at
found
this,
in,
I think I see some stuff that'll be
all
interested
around
in. Maybe
you
in
do
rocks.
see.
Should have the tether.
And they, as you said, as we've shown before, sea pens don't anchor to anything. They just put their peduncles sort of into the sediment and anchor using that. But these are a type of octocoral.
Going for max.
And shore-based science team, while we're imaging this, we're actually waiting for the ship to start moving over to the west, and that will then allow us to, to complete its move to the west, and that will allow us to start traversing up this slope a little bit more.
Beautiful pilots, thank you.
Yeah, when you're ready, video.
If we can get a few, good bit more of this. This is in focus now.
Diva, what's the dark in the middle?
At the stomach.
I'm not sure. Chris, Scott, anybody? Do we know what the, or Les, do we know what the actual dark things are in the sort of stalks of the polyps? And yeah, Amy, I kind of agree. It does look like it's it has eggs in the center of its base. The pink stuff nestled in the base, perhaps. So the dark bit is the pharynx. I think Scott's just said.
Okay, ready to pull out for.
So the ship's probably just finishing its move. I'd be tempted to string another 40-meter move right on.
Why don't you pull up a little bit
Sonar.
just to see what's out on the sonar.
Looks like slightly to my starboard would be up. So maybe directly west.
So basically the pharynx is kind of a portion of the digestive tract.
No.
So that's
Should
probably
we
what
go a
we're
little-
seeing in each of those
Maybe
polyps.
just 20 meters additional at this point.
Is that a holothurian?
I think you could do 30.
Can we zoom in on the holothurian, please?
Yeah, 3270.
30 at 270.
All right, come on in, video.
Yeah.
270. Good.
This one doesn't look like it's had lunch yet today.
It's interesting.
Bridge, Nav.
Go ahead, Nav.
Is that move finished?
It's
You
interesting.
have
We're
about
seeing,
3 meters left.
A lot of animals
Okay.
which we
Could you
haven't seen
string
on
on
any of the
another
dives so far
30-meter
here.
move, 30 meters,
Have we not seen that
bearing
holothurian
270,
We have seen this
0.2
similar to
knots.
this, but I was
No, but the
referring
other-
to
yeah.
Additional ship move, I repeat, 30 meters, bearing
So I think this is
270 at a speed of
which is
0.2.
genus in Synalactidae.
Good copy, thank you.
And you can, if sometimes when we zoom in at a certain angle, you can see it just has a little bit of papillae on the dorsal
Ready for
surface.
more?